Alright, welcome back everyone. In the last video, we talked about trying out a Lost Folly farm using Cenotaph of the Worlds as the target for the Lost Folly buff. Today, we're putting that to the test. We have 15 echoes ready to go for this test. So why Cenotaph? Simple, it's a much bigger cemetery. And the theory is, bigger area, more mobs, more chances at Weaver idols. We ran this test at 311 corruption just to see how it performs. Let's dive into the run. This one's pretty straightforward. Right at the start, you take out the big guy and head straight into the dungeon. Super simple entry. Not a whole lot to clear outside the gate, unlike Cemetery of Reweaving, so you're not getting that same benefit on the front end. Once inside, it's all about clearing efficiently. Key thing here, make sure you're targeting those silks first. Get them to possess the enemies, boost the Ember and Echo drops. Pretty standard but essential. We're seeing the usual. Some T6 popping on the loot filter. Nothing crazy just yet, but it's early. Again, focusing on silks and rares. Those are your jackpot targets. I usually like to start by sweeping off to the right. Especially with a larger map like this, it's really easy to miss side paths or pockets of enemies if you're not methodical. That's one of the drawbacks of running a map this size. But since this is our first test, I'm trying to be extra careful. I want to make sure I clear as much as possible and give you guys the most accurate look at how efficient, or inefficient, this farm might be. A-Bomb's kinda dragging his feet in this one, not helping much. But hey, we press on. More silks, more chances at loot. You're probably sick of me saying it by now, but seriously, kill those silks. Alright, time to take on the boss. The Woven Firstborn is going to summon the Folly boss 3 separate times during the fight. Each time that happens, he'll enter a phase where he's completely immune to damage, so you'll need to focus on taking out the summon boss before you can get back to him. Once you've cleared all 3 phases and brought him down, you'll hit the final stretch of the encounter. If you manage to finish the fight, you've got a shot at some pretty solid loot. The big prize here is the amulet, but you can also scoop up a few Weaver idols along the way. Remember to use the idol enchanter if you have some juicy class-specific idols for extra power. Alright, we're back from our 15-run test in Cenotaph of the Worlds. Let's look at the haul. We pulled a Clotho's Needle, Titan's Heart, a few exalteds, and a decent handful of Weaver idols. That said, not quite as many idols as we got from the Reweaving farm. That one just seems to hit harder when it comes to idol drops. And here's the kicker. Cenotaph costs 3,000 Ember to run. Cemetery of Reweaving? Just 750. So pound for pound, I think the Cemetery run is more efficient. You can use that as your primary farm, then fund your Follies and Troves off of those returns. That's the rundown. If this helped you out or gave you some ideas for your own farming routes, drop a like, consider subscribing, and let me know in the comments what you want tested next.